Welcome to Panda Head Studios. Now that you're here, join the Panda Force and smash that subscribe button. Today, I'm talking about Immortal Hulk issue 4. This one was really good. It went back to the previous formats, even though it's following McGee, and starts out with her talking to her editor, saying that she needs to get an interview with Bruce Banner to stay ahead of all the other newspapers in regards to recent Hulk sightings. And the way she's going to start that is by talking to his former roommate, who is Sasquatch. And he interacts with, he meets up with her and he tells her a story about that Sasquatch talks about their past together, and Bruce Banner was like a hothead, but he was like really fun to be around most of the time. He just had like a traumatic past, and then he talks about how he was like, how Bruce was like the reason he was he made physics exciting, and they have like a brief little piece about why Bruce wears purple pants because he wanted to do what Einstein did, where he only wore had 7 outfits that were the same thing, so he never had to think about what he was going to wear that day, and it's the Hulk's trademark purple pants, and they just have that interaction, and there's nothing all that exciting besides just him telling him that he recreated Bruce's. He became like a pro football player and used the money he made from that to recreate Bruce's experiment that made the Hulk and became Sasquatch. And that happened because he did it up north with Department H's permission. That's Canada's special research department that like runs Alpha Flight and stuff. And like when the experiment happens, rather than turning into like a Hulk, which he thought that he would be something like the Hulk, he got possessed by some northern being that came out of a green door, which they're mentioning again, some green door. And they even show it, and that's how he became Sasquatch. And then they end up at a bar researching something about some lead on Bruce Banner. And there's like a bar fight, and Sasquatch goes to break up the bar fight and ends up getting stabbed. And he's like, they think he's on his deathbed, and McGee's sitting there like all freaked out, waiting for the police. And then Bruce Banner shows up and just explains to her like that the Hulk can detect gamma energy, and then says that they're nocturnal, and then it obviously it turns to night, like it's nighttime, and Sasquatch turns into the Sasquatch and is going on some rampage, and it ends. And like, this is just this issue is just pure setup for what's going to be coming. And there's nothing all that exciting, no big fight. It's just dialogue. And that's where this series kind of got a little weak, was like the previous issue and this issue. It was just so heavily on information, and you're not seeing like the cool Hulk stuff, even though it's awesome to have this dialogue that they're like building this world, this new world, new rules for Hulk, being these Immortal Hulk instead of the Incredible Hulk. But it was wasn't it it's kind of like a waning. It's kind of waning to where the story will get better. It's just pure setup, and it's not very good, but it makes sense for a fourth issue. But there's not all that much. I'd definitely tell you to keep reading because it gets better. This sets up some pretty interesting stuff. But that's pretty much everything about this issue I have to say. Thanks for watching.